pretty much all ultimates. You need to take that into consideration. Okay, so you use that. You do end up salvaging this because your Junkrat, who should not have ulted here really, but the thing is with Junkrat's tire, when it's kind of alright, it's probably not the best idea to ult, but you can probably you might get away with it. His tire charges that quickly, you're probably okay. But your Junkrat just saved this fight.
They got no beat for next fight.
Yeah, and he took out Lucio's ult. Like, don't get into the habit of doing ults that aren't normally the best idea. Because in that fight, I think I'd have considered just saying, alright, let's just regroup and accept this. I might have been at that point.
It was a very high risk, high reward play, and you're very lucky it paid off.
Yeah. Against a more coordinated team is the issue. So you win this fight, more through blind luck than skill, I think. But you do win this fight.
Nice.
Again, honestly, Lucy, if you'd have just ulted a little bit earlier and kept your Reinhardt alive, I think you'd tire. I mean, you'd probably use the tire anyway, but you know.
Yeah, I think generally I have to ult earlier. Because I wait until like the last second.
It's hard to engage with a Lucio ult because it doesn't last long, but you've got to time it as so that when the majority of the damage is flying, that's when your sound barrier is there.
Yeah, so that the point of contact is we have ults, or we have the beat.
Pretty much. Especially in Meatball. Oh, when you run Meatball on the second round, you should have been ulting just when you just when your tanks actually get there. It takes them a while because they're like loitering around, but when they get there, let's try and speed this up a bit because you don't have long. Oh, what a...
Diva 1.
Yeah, Ryan, I've noticed here, you need to stop shielding trash damage. Like, you're just doing it a lot. Do you know the difference between trash damage and actual damage? Like,
yes.
So trash damage is obviously something that's not dangerous, it's just a bit of damage. And the last note for this round I have is call when you use your ult. I know why I noted this. Keep an eye on this wall.
Focus Diva Mac, focus Diva Mac. Okay.
There, your shield's below 1,000 and you block the ult. That's, see, just like to point out.
Yeah.
Tracer 1 in the back.
No one on your team is out that you use Grav. Grav is the game-changing. It's like, if you can pull it off right, you just end the team fight there and then. You're lucky that people were looking. I mean, yeah, this is the main choke, but Reinhardt wasn't looking. Also, Reinhardt, no.
It's not your job to peel for a flanker.
Yeah.
It isn't all. Zaya's, kind of. McCree's definitely. So, but you need to, same with Shatter. You don't just presume your team noticed. You presume your team are blind, deaf, and dumb. Grav out! You need to be that clear. Because Grav is so, like, Grav and Shatter are just game changers.
Tracer 1, still.
And the thing with Grav and Shatter, you need your team to follow up on it.
Also get high ground still.
No! Well, honestly, this McCree is better than me. He can actually land after the flash. Don't stop playing this game for 3 months. You will lose your muscle memory. I promise you.
I'm almost there.
Right. So this is the last fight. You all want to be pressing. You want to be pressing Q, pushing them right now. You want to end this fight. Right. Lucio, you need to counter that.
Focus down Winston shield.
Right. Let's just take a look at this. You have to win this fight, and it's over for this round. That's it. You two have pressed Q. You need to be pressing Q with them. You need to also be pressing Q. This is the time to blow all your rolls. This is the time to all be like, kill everything. This, not in the middle. This is like, you only have to win this fight. So, you know. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Not great positioning there, like, I have to be honest. Help you, Reinhardt, please.
Okay, Tracer on me, Tracer. Tracer.
Please. Thank you.
Winston back. Winston. Focus on
Right,
Winston
in this
still.
kind... Right. Hang on. In this kind of situation, you're in brawl mode, but you're in the brawl mode that Reinhardt really likes. Reinhardt can carry this fight. You just need to keep him alive and let him swing.
Reinhardt is the brawl master.
Well, he's the tank. Like, if you imagine a tank game that's not a machine, literally, this guy is he's the stereotypical tank.
Big man, big shield, big cleave damage.
Okay.
And not a
Big
right
dick.
lot else.
Oh, what?
Well, that goes on stream.
Sorry, I needed to check stuff.
So yeah,
Very nice.
also I'd just like to get rid of the chat. Get rid of the chat plugin while you're doing
I
VODs.
thought I had disabled it. That's my bad. I didn't even notice that. I even checked it afterwards. Like, oh, I realized. I hope nobody put anything in the chat. I didn't see that in the chat log.
Dick.
I live.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
No, thanks, bro.
Very content.
I just like to point out to everyone when I'm drinking. When I've had a drink, I can actually get the cans in the bin better.
Are you actually getting better at it? Or I was just thinking you were getting better.
I think my hand-eye
talent.
coordination's that bad normally that better, just by a random chance. Okay, so we have not a lot of time and a bit of map to run through. Right, I need my other notes. I need to empty my bin. I just heard the can fall out of it. All right, bin needs to be emptied. Right. Where's the strats? You haven't discussed any strats during this time. I listened. You did go through main, which I presume means there. That is not enough. You need a plan for the fight. A lot of the time, this kind of fight, with your comp, your plan for this fight should be. It's very complicated. I'm running through it. Gonna walk through here. Lucio's gonna speed boost here. You're gonna run at the enemy team, and you're going to kill them because you have. Let's just have this up.
All the tanks in the
1,200.
world.
1,200, 1,600, 2,100, 2,100,
Treasure Island.
2,500 HP on your team. They have 600, 1,100, 1,300, 1,500, 1,700, 1,850. There's a lot of health on your team. You need to take advantage of that and just be the tanks. That's what you need. You need to play as tanks. You're in the front line, but the front line is everywhere because you're all tanks. No shield. Time to walk. Right, Lucio, you used speed boost there, didn't you?
I think No, I didn't. I didn't use speed out of spawn.
You ready? Go, go, go.
I don't think I did at
No,
least.
you just use it there. You just use it there.
Yeah.
Right. This is good.
When you are entering the brawl with the tank heavy comp, you also want to try to delete the enemy main tank because that will be your main contender in the brawl. That's the one who would give you the most trouble in that situation. So the Winston and his bubble should be dead really, really fast.
Yeah, this should already be gone. Right, especially with a hog. A hog can delete that himself.
Also, it's very, very bad how long it takes you guys to actually notice that there's a tracer just piling damage for free into your backs.
Also, this, right? Remember what I was saying earlier about in Brawl mode, you're Mr. Hammer. It's hammer time, not shield time. This is Brawl mode. It's always Brawl mode. You're running 4 tanks. You need to be pressing. There's nothing to... The only thing to protect is your little healers. But your healers... He actually looks like a frog.
We're pretty
Does look
slippery.
like a frog.
He actually looks like a frog there.
That's amazing.
Hell, you drew a frog.
Yeah. Green cap.
But to be fair, our supports are pretty slippery.
So yeah, you need to... It's always Brawl mode. This should be gone. The barrier and the Winston are circled. Dead. Supports. Supports. you are paranoid. I don't care if you are actually paranoid. You are now paranoid. From this moment onwards, if something looks dangerous, even if it's a feather, just a red feather, drops near you, it is going to kill you. You are now going to scream at the top of your lungs and tell your team that you're about to die.
If there is so much as a single red
like-
pixel out of place on your screen,
Fucking what?
Yeah, if there's so much as one pixel that is on your screen that is red that should not normally be there, you now scream at the top of your lungs. "Ah!" There is a thing trying to kill me, help!
I'm not sure. I have noticed that before the fight was over, to be honest.
You need to be looking, and you need to be looking. Right now it's acceptable you have to heal. Frog, you don't have to look at what you're healing. You need to be looking. Also, pay attention.
I mean, the
frog
Zarya
heal-
should have noticed that she was getting shot in the back, so...
Well, there's Zarya too, yeah. It applies to all of you, obviously. Just if you're a tank, you don't have to scream at it. You just have to say. But also, take note.
Hello, Cardamom.
Hello?
Now there's another coach. There's 3 here.
What's up?
More of a personal thing, but yes.
Are you guys using VOD right now?
Yes.
Yeah, about to go on a scrim.
Oh shit. Am I looking at the right picture? Because you're drawing all over like a menu right now.
No, you're not at all.
No, you should.
No.
No, that's not right.
Control F5. Control F5.
That's not right.
The point is, barriers block healing, so if there's an enemy barrier, it will block the healing skills aura. So you need to pay attention to that. Same as it will block Transcendence too. So you just need to be aware of that.
Winston down, fix Winston.
Right, yeah, right, no, you need to, you're not, like, here, right, look. At this point, you should already have a third of the point. You should, or at least killed everything on it. There should be nothing contesting. You bring point presence. That's your whole comp. If it wants to get near you, good luck with that. Is all I can say.
Okay, I have a question.
Feel free.
If we noticed the tracer earlier, who should have go for her?
Hog can hook her, Zaya can pressure if she's high charge.
If there is a DPS that is causing danger to your backline or anyone on your team, you don't necessarily have to kill her or like turn around and all dogpile on her. You just need to put pressure on her. So like the Zarya just turning around and throwing a few alt fires or holding primary fire on her for a few seconds, just enough to make her back up, get out of her effective range, or retreat for a health pack for a few seconds. Anything like that would be good enough.
And a Roadhog hook. Honestly, a Roadhog hook. If the Roadhog has shown himself to be competent, that will make a Tracer scared as well. And you've got to think what in this game abilities are your mind game. That's what I'm about with the tire earlier. You can run around with 9 seconds and waste 9 seconds. It's the mind games too. Just the threat of a hook or the threat of a flashbang can be enough.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not necessarily killing her. It's just making right now she is effectively useless. She's using water pistols.
Fix Winston still.
Right. Explain to me why in this situation, this fight's been going on for over 10 seconds. There should be something there. You're playing as if you're playing with 2-2-2. Your tank was
An aggressive
holding
2-2-2, but you still have
Well,
not
still a
actually
2-2.
started brawling. You're still just sort of fighting over point presence.
Yeah, there should be no argument. You should.
You have all the space creation you could possibly need to just take the point presence and say, no,
They are
fight
running
into us."
dive. Yeah, they're running dive. So you are perfectly countering them. There is nothing they can do again. Like literally, your comp hard counters them completely. Soldier maybe not so much. Soldier does like some tanks, but Tracer she can't one clip anything really. Because you've got Moira who can just fade out of the way. You've got Lucio who can amp or boop her away. And tanks, fat. You can't one clip a fat thing. So the Tracer, there's nothing on their team that's terrifying to you.
Zenyatta a little
even-
bit because Discord, but
Well,
even then they
that still
need good
negates it.
focus fire. So
Yeah, they need to focus fire. And when there's 4 tanks, focus firing anything
it's
is going
very
to be an issue.
difficult.
So that even negates Zenyatta's. I mean, Zenyatta, take it from me and Spark, we hate Zenyatta's.
Oh my god, dude. Thank you. There's
Right, let's,
no worse feeling than walking up, I'm about to initiate the fight, and I look and I see the purple ball on my head, and I'm just like, well, shit.
Right. You should not have lost this in any way. You shouldn't have lost a single person in this fight. It's because you weren't engaging. You were threatening to engage, but you weren't. You're playing passively all the time. You're playing passively on defense. You're playing passively now. You can't play passively. You play passively, the enemy will walk all over you. You got lucky you weren't playing a very good team here.
It's like I said before, where if you have a tank-heavy comp, the longer you wait before you start the brawl, the more likely the enemy team is going to get more picks than you. And that's exactly what happened.
Yep. Oh god.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm just watching
I'm
this now.
retarded.
I clipped this out and just sent it to someone.
No. I just walked into it. Oh.
Right, okay. Right, yeah, you could have won this fight 20 seconds ago. You could have already had.
Yeah, it's like it's the tank man as well. You just have to walk forward and overwhelm them. Like you can't be just giving them space and shit. Like I'm really surprised. Yeah, how did you guys lose that?
Like, you shouldn't have won that fight. The enemy should, as soon as they got a kill, that. Yeah.
You won that fight because the enemy was bad, not because you were good.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, at this point, it's fine. I was gonna point that out when I saw it, and then I saw you. Right. This also makes me cringe. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Here we are.
Oh my god, yeah.
I mean, you have the ability to walk all the way up to that corner and even potentially start pushing them like... I was told I could draw, excuse me. Oh, get control, okay. You have the potential to walk all the way up to this corner at a minimum, and then potentially even pressure them back around to this corner. Like, just from pure health pool. You could be doing that.
That's not even potential, that's advisable.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. That's how you play tanks. Tanks take space. That is free space.
But like at a bare minimum, you should be up here right now.
Yeah, the enemy are there right now, but they're not going to stay there when they see a Reinhardt walking.
Reinhardt, Diva, and Roadhog, all with Moira heals.
You know what I normally do? I'll take, give me this, yoink. Give me this, yoink. Give me this. All right, I can't take control back. Fuck you too.
Why? I can't do anything. You just have to click the button.
No,
There it goes.
It's pedantic. It's not great. It likes to do that. Honestly, I often take a Reinhardt as a healer, leave 3 on point, because that's comp though, where you can't coordinate too well. You can afford to take this and just leave your good old Moira on point, because if you have all of the space up to there, doesn't matter. You've only got one person on point. You have all of the space, and then you can once you've won that and killed them, you can fall back and push it. It's free. But at the very minimum, I want you here. Like, yeah, the people are there, but they won't stay there long. But I'm an aggressive player, in all fairness. Some people aren't quite. But this should never... Right. If the enemy decided to push you right now, they would contest payload. That is the issue here. They can contest payload without actually having to properly engage. They can just poke battle you. In poke battles, you should lose. So the Diva and Winston can just kind of sit here, not even using abilities, just walk up and sit there, and there's nothing you can, you have to engage them. Whereas if you go up to here, the Winston and Diva can't move forward, because they try and move forward. Yeah, poking quad tank equals very bad. Very, very, very. That's what you're playing. This is why it's bugging me. You're playing poke battle. So you need to be... Right, also this, right, this. I remember. Alright, so I've got past where I wrote space and it took up half the page. 4 tanks, walk at them. This is the right. What we like to call this in the coaching community is the hold W and M1 strat. Walk at the red things, pressing those 2 buttons. They will die.
Like 80% of all tank play right there.
We press these sometimes, right? No one. I have this on full volume. I did not hear a single one of you say anything about what's in the back line. I don't know what's there. I don't know if your team knows Diva's there. I don't know anything about this situation. This is comms issue. You need to be telling. You need to be saying, X is on the back high ground. All right, I'm going to deal with it. And then that way, right? Your main tank now knows. All right, I've not got Diva backup, but they don't have Soldier. Let's say Soldier's up there for some reason. They don't have Soldier backup. For us, that's a much less of an issue than for them. Because Soldier's their main DPS. They're not running any Reaper.
Or a Junkrat.
Oh, yeah, they should be running Reaper Junkrat right now. Like, in a Rissa. Like, they should be. But
If
they
they're
didn't,
feeling
so
extra
whatever.
snazzy, they could whip out a Bastion too.
That would work too, but honestly, you can play around a Bastion a lot easier than give it credit for. The main issue with Bastion strats is if you don't know how to play around it, and you kind of panic. Never panic against a Bastion strat. That is exactly when you start to lose. But yeah, I know nothing about this right now. I should know, at the bare minimum, what's up there and who's up there. And your team should too. So I need to know the enemy and you that's going to deal with it. I didn't hear that once. At all.
Yeah, I think there was the Tracer running around there, and I suddenly got really scared of her. Like, what if she suddenly goes there and fucks up somebody with her pulse bomb? But
This is why you need to put it in comms. So she can't just suddenly be there. Your team is aware of her presence. You're Diva, right, Gwen?
yes,
Right? Yeah, that's why you need to put it in comms. It needs to be
Tracer
have been
comp
told-
behind, she has pulse.
boom. Or she might. Yeah, just presume she has pulse. Like,
If-
ignoring
if-
that, just presume she does.
If you're going to say she might have, just say she has. It's just safer that way.
Yeah, so I'll DM them in a minute.
No, yeah, I've got a match on Overwatch. Oh, they've just invited me. Right.
Tell them you'll be there in 10 or 15. Just finishing up a VOD review. Right. But this is comms issue. Your comms are terrible. Your solo queuers. We need to take you in 2 weeks from solo queuers to team. Right, so far we've learned, again, you've got no strat, your target calling isn't there, Lucio killed himself, alright, I know it's a sad life, you know. You didn't push, you weren't pushing, you were poking for some reason. This comes down to space control. I will run through space control with you at length at some point, because space control as tanks is literally the most important thing in this game.
That's
Fuck
why I
your
sent
team,
that video.
fuck your heals. Yeah, I will go through it as well. I will drill it into Reinhardt's head. I will literally get a power drill into his head if needed. Space control is the single most important thing in this game, in my opinion. You don't have space, nothing happens. You aren't doing it. You're letting the enemy do it. I mean, the enemy aren't doing it either. You're just kind of like...
Yeah,
like
you're
there's a
all
no
all
map
sort
on
of
there.
poking, but also at a distance. It's very strange.
This is the issue, right? Neither of you are playing a normal 2-2-2 death ball, which is what poke is. That's what poke is. That's like the poke comp, really, because you have soldiers sitting behind Reinhardt's, and it's fine. They're running dive. They should not be giving you space. They should be on your face, on your supports. You're running quad tank. You should not be giving them space. You should be in their face,
On their front
brawling.
line.
Yeah, on their front line. None of you are doing that. Like, this isn't... You're not winning this... I know it sounds mean and said it, but you're not winning this because you're playing well. You're playing pretty bad as a team. You're winning because they're playing worse. And you can't rely on that.
Will not be a good way to rank up or win tournament matches.
No. So, yeah, info, Diva backline. I don't know, like I keep saying, don't know what's going on there. Your team needs to know.
Okay, go.
Okay, focus.
yeah, well, the Tracer.
Down.
This is a little bit better, but,
If I see a blue shield again in a quad tank, I might kill you. There should not be a shield up in a quad tank comp in the middle of the fight. There should not be a shield up in the middle of the fight in a normal comp. That's not what Reinhardt's built for.
Yeah.
That's why his shield is practically a straight line, not a bubble.
Yeah. Soldier on high ground.
High ground stuff.
Still.
Right. That ult should have been a bit more coordinated. Same pushing on a beat. Reinhardt, you just seem a bit lost at this point. Shields, why? This is why.
Depends against
This
boss.
is exactly why you need to say you're going to use an ult and when you use an ult. Because your team aren't following up on this now. They're too far away. You don't have anything to... Your Hog could probably combo with that and kill it. Because Hog can out-damage a Zen trans. But he's not there. This is why you need to tell your team when you're going to ult. No, this is when it happened. Right now, at this exact moment when I was watching this for the first time, I was screaming. This was a get in! Good chatter! Because you now have 3 kills. He's about to run out of trans, so he's dead as well. And then we listen to comms.
This made both of us nauseous.
Oh yeah, this too. Right, there's nothing in comms, which is bad. Right, in this situation, you want to get close to the things to kill them. Hoggle excels at pushing things away.
What I said is that I watched it and I almost threw up, and then Lee said he watched it and he cried. I mean, it's pretty bad.
Okay, I'm good.
Pretty bad.
Oh shit.
And for the same reason, you should probably... I didn't see you do this very much, but if you land a shatter with more than one person in it, unless you really need to kill one person out of that shatter, like, say, a Zen that you know has trance, you also should not charge into a shatter for the same reason, because you can knock them all back, and it's basically giving them mobility right after you take away their mobility. So,
Music to my ears to hear somebody else rattling off that mantra, because every time I have a Reinhardt, every time I hear the coach of Reinhardt, I always
it's every single time.
Right, here's a tip for you, Little. Unbind shift. In all fairness, I actually don't see you do any YOLO charges, which is like 10 steps ahead of most Reinhardts.
The closest I saw
learned
when
that
I was
the hard
first watching
way.
it was that first one on defense when you charge back.
On Tracer.
Yeah, I didn't even mean to hit that bloody tracer.
Well, right, Reinhardt.
Yes.
This is the front line. This is the back line.
Yes.
You should be here.
Oh.
Okay, right. I think I'll keep going on about it until I stop seeing it.
Yeah. Yep.
Focus Winston on car, Winston 1.
Slow.
Oh. No.
And then game over.
Yeah.
As far as I could tell, that was just a very spread out brawl, and you just kind of won doing your thing. So.
But you won
Yeah.
as 6 players. You didn't win as one team. It sounds the same, but it's distinctly different. It's hard, but the main thing I can say about that is communication and coordination, of which you had very little. So let's go through exactly what in your screen that you're meant to be in right now. Strats, I need strats. Target, I need to be hearing a target at least every 2 seconds, if not quicker. I need everyone to give information. If they see someone, you tell everyone about it. If you think somebody has ult, you just blurt it out. I don't want to hear that was a nice ult. I don't want to hear, oh, sick grab. I don't want to hear any bullshit like that. You'll thank me later. I know it sounds like it's making it dull, but you will thank me later. If you want to do it, wait until at least there's no team fight going on. Also, I heard you on the defense round at some point you were discussing strat while a fight was starting for the next fight. Don't do that. Wait until after the fight or before the fight. Now, if you're in the middle of a fight, there's time for macros, not macro strats. It's time for this fight right now. When you have the health pulled, you need to push. We need to go through how you decide on what you need to do on a team comp. We don't have time, but yeah, you need to learn to know what to do with each comp, not just how to pick those characters.
Yeah.
Stop being passive. This isn't something.
Yes.
This isn't just any comp. You were just so passive on all comps. So you need to stop. You need to engage. Just find a good time for the fight and engage it. Ult economy. You need to pay attention. Stop pressing 4Qs when you don't need to. Especially when there's a grav on a solo person when the fight's won. I think that mostly covers it. It mostly comes down to your terrible. You to target. You need your strats. You need your ults. ults especially. Like, I heard none of it. I need to hear that at the very least, a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Even if it's just, I've used ult, going to use ult, used ult, start. And I think that mostly covers it. Lucio, don't keep killing yourself in pulse bombs.
It's a suicide thing.
It's a specific point to be made.
Very specific, but it'll help.
I just enjoy suiciding. There's nothing more. Oh, shit.
Right, and that covers most of it. Anything Spark wants to add?
No, I was just kind of letting you take the lead here, so I think that's pretty much everything.
I mean, it's all
Did
the
you
notes
get
I
every?
took.
I forget the small list of stuff that I gave you before. Did you cover everything that was on that?
Let me have a scroll up through our chat. I think you put it right after the VOD, didn't you?
I think that was. Yeah, I
sound
think we got
card.
everything that was there.
Record with. Actually, I streamed it straight to Twitch.
Lee,
What?
you said something about not pinning when you're alting Shrine. Just look at the video Lighty sent at 7.5 minutes.
Please stop.
Mate, no, watch it at 7 minutes. 7 minutes exactly. 7 fucking minutes exactly. I dare you. 7 fucking minutes you will hate Little. 7 fucking minutes.
No.
This was.
Yeah, actually, it was me that said that.
Oh yeah, I don't. It's hard to remember the.
Oh no,
I'll
no.
check it out.
It takes a while to break the habit.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry about it. I'll happen with apparently we can have access to Visor. He seems a bit.
Okay, guys, can you guys start adding me on the American Overwatch?
I can't find it. I think that does Spark unless you can find
I
it.
think that's everything. Yeah, no, I think we're
Yeah, I
good.
think
If I think of
just
something,
remember,
I'll send it
7
in
minutes.
the chat as a quick footnote. But
so this was when I asked you to record the VOD.
so
That was
it would definitely be
Wednesday.
after that.
Wednesday went. Wait, what? Some things I noticed are definitely not you. Ah, here it is. Right. You're not your 7 tag caller. You're all shouting who they're attacking mid fight. Frankly, I didn't even hear that.
Oh, that was mostly that was most that showed most on Lijiang Tower, the other maps.
Don't do that. Your target caller picks targets, no one else. And then if target caller dies, go to D thing out.
One
I
thing you
couldn't quite
can
catch
do
that.
is you can make objectively true statements about the state of the game that you think might influence who the target caller might be calling. So, for instance, you can say Tracer 1 if you see that, but that does not mean that now you are all attacking Tracer. You're still attacking whoever the target caller calls.
Yeah, I once had that in a game. Thankfully, it wasn't a live tournament game, but I said dive May. I saw an opportunity to kill May, and my Genji said, "Oh no, May's a stupid target." Like, fuck off! I told you to kill May.
We have a target. We're on the target now.
Guys, are we playing? Are we playing scrims now?
Yes, you are.
On American or
Right.
American or Europe?
NA. From now on, all of your scrims are on NA. From this point forward, you will always be on NA until after the tournament at the very least, because you are going to be playing the top. Get used to the ping. Any questions about anything?
Out of curiosity, did you watch it at 7 minutes?
No. I'll watch it if I get time. I'm a busy person. I'm meant to be hosting a game night.
It's
I have
funny. It's funny.
to. Okay. Any questions about the VOD or the team coaching or whatever? Just something relevant.
That be a no.
No, nothing
Right.
yet.
Get your asses on NA servers. Play this scrim. I'll come spectate for a little bit, but I need to piss. So, let's jump into the scrimming channel.